piece of artwork tells a different story, and the way that we frame that artwork can change how it's experienced. In the same way that we frame our own life story shapes how we walk through it. And when we invite God, Spirit, into that framing, even the hardest chapters can reveal beauty and meaning. Welcome to Rising One Coaching. I'm Allison, your guide on this journey of lifestyle, wellness, and soulful living. And together we explore practices that nourish your body, calm your mind, and deepen your relationship with Spirit. So often, when we are framing our own life story, it's through the lens of fear, pain, failure, loss. And we might have thoughts like, I'll never get over the loss of fill in the blank. This delay must mean I'm never going to get there. Or this ending must mean it's all over. But those are just thought frames. And if you don't like the thought frame on your personal masterpiece, change it. We have so much power of choice and ability to change. Even the smallest changes can make a big impact over time. So we can put a new frame on the painting of our story. The artwork and story of your life deserves to be framed in a way that reveals its truest beauty. So I have a few shifts for you guys that I have found personally helpful in my own life, and I know it might not resonate with everybody. That's okay. Not that every solution is going to fit the same situation, but I encourage you to really dig deep into these and see if they might help. So the first one is reframing challenges as our sacred teachers. This has personally been a huge one for me. So when difficulties arise, instead of seeing them as punishments, reframe them as teachers. You could ask God, what are you showing me through this? And that financial struggle might be teaching you trust. That conflict might be teaching you boundaries. That loss might be teaching you deeper connection and compassion. And even the darkest brushstrokes add depth and contrast to the masterpiece. Without those shadows, the light wouldn't be able to shine as bright. So this perspective has personally changed my life significantly over the last few years since my spiritual awakening 3.5 years ago. And it really shifted how I viewed different relationships in my life. And as I've grown spiritually, I've experienced several different types of relationships, and one of the biggest ones, a lot of it has to do with loss or letting go of relationships. And one of the biggest ones was less than a year ago, my engagement ended, and I won't get into the details of it, but it ended for very good reasons. There were a lot of issues that came up that I wasn't aware of, things that were hidden from me, and there was addiction that was involved as well. But that relationship has been one of my greatest teachers, despite the loss and the pain and the disappointment. We had a lot of plans that I was very excited about, so there was definitely disappointment there. But through that loss, through that experience, when I shifted my perspective and really looked at it like, well, what am I supposed to learn from this? Like a lot of times, it brought me back to myself. I learned my own strength, my own resiliency, and my sense of self-love and my relationship with God and my trust with God that this was happening for very good reason, deepened. And those are all amazing, beautiful, beautiful things. So all of these qualities were there within me, but this experience really helped to pull them out. And I'll be totally honest, I wouldn't be here right now doing these videos if that marriage had actually happened. I truly believe that I've I'm led to be doing this. I started this channel because I'm co-creating it with God, and I am guided on this journey. I have no idea where it's going to go, but I'm loving every minute of it. And I love sharing all this information with you guys. It's just amazing, special, and so much fun. So when we can shift and see our struggles as teachers, we can stop resisting and we can start receiving. It transforms pain into wisdom and softens the heart so that Spirit can pour into that new understanding. And these are lessons we couldn't access if everything were easy. So our second shift is reframing delays as divine timing. And again, this is another big one for my life right now. When something you've prayed for takes longer than you're expecting, longer than you've hoped, it's really easy to frame that as disappointing. Instead, try this. Hand on heart, that always brings us to a great space. If this is delayed, it doesn't mean it's being denied. God is aligning it perfectly. As the owner of a frame shop, I experience delays all the time. Delays in materials, payments, orders coming in, and sometimes that waiting is really challenging, but I've learned that it always works out. I always get what I need. It always arrives at just the right time, and I'm always cared for. And the projects always get finished and they look magnificent. I'm happy, my clients are happy. And if I had rushed that process, I might have made a mistake and I might have had to order more materials. I've definitely done that in the past. Or maybe we would have picked out colors that didn't work right if we were rushing the process, or a frame that didn't fit the artwork correctly. And then it just wouldn't look good. So in the same way, Spirit waits until every element of your story is ready for revealing the blessing. A delay doesn't mean that God has forgotten you. It means the canvas of your life is being lovingly prepared. And another way that this is playing out in my life now is I've always had a desire for that beautiful, loving relationship with a man. And I feel like that is laid on my heart for a reason. That desire is there for a reason. And I've taken this year to heal, to recover, to dig deeper into my self-love and to dig deeper into my relationship with God and really strengthen that partnership. And I know that that person will come along and they're being prepared on their end. They have their own life situations that they're working through as well as me. And when we've gotten to the point where we're ready, that meeting will happen. So I trust that God is in control and that when everything is aligned just right, it will happen. And until then, I am loving my life. I'm living every day with alignment, with joy, with love, and really just not wishing any of my moments away. So that's another big one that I'm leaning into right now. So the third reframe is reframing endings as beginnings. So a lot of times every ending can feel like something's being torn away, but if you frame it as the turning of a sacred page, it really helps to shift and soften. Such as, when a job ends or when a relationship closes, when a season finishes, that grief is real. We can't deny it and we shouldn't deny it, but it's not the whole story and it's not your whole story. That ending doesn't define you. It creates a holy space and that clears the canvas for what's coming next, even though we don't know exactly what that is. I know that's the hard part. But just like removing an old cracked frame, which I've done many, many times, a new fresh frame allows the artwork to be displayed in a way that truly honors it. And sometimes Spirit must remove what no longer fits so that your next chapter can shine. When we reframe endings as beginnings, we hold grief and hope together. We honor what was, while also leaning into what will be. This balance nurtures resilience and helps us walk forward with faith instead of fear. And that is the key, moving forward with trust and faith and not fear. So here's an affirmation that you can carry through your day and your weekend or anytime you need it. Hand on heart, my favorite thing. My story is held in love. Every challenge teaches me. Every delay aligns me. And every ending opens the way for something new. Beautiful. So remember, your soul is the canvas, spirit is the light, and you are the artist of how you paint and frame your very own story. We are all creators of our own lives. So choose the frames that reveal grace, hope, truth, and love. Thank you so much for joining me today and for journeying through this week's series on reframing the mind, body, and soul. If this blessed you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue this journey together. Until next time, may your mind be clear, may your body be calm, and your soul connected. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Blessings.